Fake St. Rose fans when the woke reboot is a financial success and Volition doesn't go out of business. Well, let's fast forward a few months, and now they have announced that its parent company, owned by Embracer Group, is shutting the studio down. The studio was developer behind the latest Saints Row reboot. This was effective as of August 31st, 2023. You know, it's truly humbling when you gotta go back and have that humble pie. Back from a year ago, August 18, 2022, when this game first came out, Saints Row was not anything that anyone expected for the franchise. For this franchise that just kind of fell off. No one wanted to play and deal with the politics of the game. They didn't want to be force-fed these politics, and they just wanted to play a game that was supposed to be fun. On top of that, there was a buggy mess, and you see many different bugs to this game. Anyway, Volition came out with their statement, their farewell statement on their site. The team has created a world-class entertainment for fans around the globe for 30 years. A 30-year company is gone, kaput. Goodbye, good riddance at this point, because Saints Row is not the type of game a lot of people want. We've been driven by a passion for our community and always work to deliver joy, surprise, and delight. This past June, Embracer Group announced a restructuring program to strengthen Embracer and maintain its position as the leader in the video game industry. As part of that program, they evaluated strategic and operational goals and made the difficult decision to close Volition effective immediately. This all comes after a $2 billion deal failed to be closed. With Embracer Group, they had this deal all lined up, and at the 11th hour, it was closed due to outside circumstances of the situation. Meaning, some sort of pressure came from outside of the deal and said, no, you guys got a negative look upon you, and we're not going to deal with you. That's a very interesting story. To help our team, we are working to provide job assistance and help smooth the transition from our Volition family. We thank our customers and fans around the world for all the love and support over the years. You will always be in our hearts of Volition Games. And for some reason, that statement on their website to the one that they released on Twitter is quite a bit different. This is a long-worded, winded saying thanks for the 30 years, yada yada yada, and they don't really do much more details. If you want to seek that out, go ahead and read it. The one they put up on their website, I think, is a little bit more short and sweet and to the point. Now, Embracer Group has been here for quite a while. They've been dealing with the games industry, and of course they issued a restructuring back in June saying that they were going to cut studios, do all these things, all because of this $2 billion deal that fell through. Now, their net sales rose by 47% in Q1, and I believe, if I remember reading this, most of that was due to the Magic the Gathering set that came out, saying that the licensing that they got for the Lord of the Rings stuff from that set skyrocketed their sales, so that was the only thing that was holding them forward. Now, that set that came out had everything under the sun in it. It had race swapping characters, it had serialized cards, it had the one-of-one ring. It was a blockbuster set that had everything in there, and not necessarily anything that people wanted, but more so that there was really super rare, expensive cards, especially the one-of-one ring that was recently sold to Post Malone. So, you know, that card is now tucked away in a vault. It's not going to go anywhere anymore, mostly because Post Malone is one of the figures that now sits there in front for Magic the Gathering and just says, hey, listen, look at me. Magic the Gathering is my game of choice. You guys should all play it too. But I own this really expensive card. This is why I didn't really cover the topic. I was like, it's really boring to hear that one of the Magic the Gathering Wizards of the Coast approved people out there now owns the most expensive card in Magic the Gathering. This Embracer $2 billion deal collapsed due to external factors. So they were like the ink was about to be placed, was about to be wetted. They were going to sign in blood, and then it fell apart. The CEO even offers insight to the partnership that would have set a new benchmark for the industry. The potential partnership for his company was brought about by external factors. Yesterday, the company revealed in its financial results that a strategic partnership it had been close to securing had unexpectedly been scrapped, leading to the firm to lower its earnings forecast. Lars Wingsfor offered more details in the earnings call, transcribed by Seeking Alpha, although the refrained from naming the partner. They didn't say who they were in the partnership with. It could have been Amazon, it could have been someone else. Who's big enough to do a partnership, $2 billion partnership with Embracer Group? That's a lot of stuff you got to look at. Embracer Group asked the partner to confirm if it would go ahead with the execution of the announcement, but late into the night before the company received a negative outcome from the counterparty, according to the CEO. Something he said unexpected to the management and the board of directors of Embracer. When asked why the deal fell through, the CEO said he believes it was due to other decisions impacting the partner rather than the agreement itself and our work in this. Now, unfortunately, because that deal fell through, it happened to be Volition Games was the top of the list to hit the layoffs, to hit the chopping block. They're one of many that is actually coming down. It looks like Gearbox is also starting to show layoffs as well, the makers of Borderlands, and many more games are just kind of closing their doors, or many more studios are closing their doors. You have Crystal Dynamics, which I believe made Legacy of Kain back a long time ago. They were a Montreal-based Square Enix. That's where they got them, was from Square Enix. They also own THQ, which originally was the parent company for Volition Games, Dark Horse Media, Deep Silver, Saber Interactive. There was a lot that they own, and it looks like layoffs are coming across the board. So now you've got, I recently spoke about BioWare doing their layoffs. Now we have Embracer Group doing just cutting all ties. But Embracer Group, they own a large chunk of the gaming industry right now. I believe they had some stuff with Ubisoft as well. So it's very interesting to see that the industry is now doing this correction. They are now saying, no, we need to stop making what we're making and actually move on to something that's going to create more value and create something that's going to prop us up. And we'll have to wait to see where this really lies. Embracer Group owns Lord of the Rings, and that's not a very good thing for a lot of people because we've already seen what came out. We saw the Golem game that actually absolutely tanked because it was just a horrific nightmare-looking game. Like Shadows of Mordor, that game is an amazing game, and you have Golem in that game. They couldn't even replicate what was going on in that game. To this new Golem game that came out, and I believe that studio also went belly up. So it's not a good time to be owned by Embracer Group. You might not have a job come tomorrow. Now with Embracer Group, you know, they own a lot of games out there, and it's not a good day. It really isn't a good day to be a part of their studio collection because we have to wait to see where they go in the future. The future hopefully turns around and is something more, but I gotta say, when they inject the politics, take an IP that is beloved by the fandom and they completely crap on it and watch the fan base just get tizzied up in a spiral. And now they're seeing what happens when they do that. They see deals fall through, they see revenue fall off, and they see layoffs coming down the line. Hopefully someday soon we can report some good news in the industry and actually see something that is going to prop up the industry and actually watch it grow like we all know it can. I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix in a Shadow. I'm signing off here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon.